It's 6:30, time to see what the headlines are saying this morning. Please note that these headlines are only read as published according to the guidelines of these various media outlets, and they've got nothing to do with Nigeria Info. So in your reactions, ensure you have the facts, the details, and every information that you need while you call in or send a message to react. We are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. You can go onto those platforms to watch the show live and be a part of the conversation.
Hot and fresh off the press, these are the front pages.
Today we're going to be taking a look at the Punch newspapers, the Daily Trust newspapers, the Leadership, the Vanguard, and the Guardian newspapers.
Let's get started with the Leadership. CBN suspends extension of export proceeds repatriation. Intercepted 59 minors. Kano senator stops trafficking probe. Nigeria ranks 6th African country with cheap fuel prices. Nigerian becomes first African board chair of Project Management Institute. Ohaneze presidency. Okiro vows to tackle insecurity in Southeast. Northern groups back Bauchi governor on tax bills. Tax reform bill. CNG demands withdrawal, warns of economic crisis in North. 2 policemen killed, another injured in Boko Haram attack. Stakeholders seek urgent oil gas sector reforms. Pensioners receive 16 billion naira in Kanu. Police arrest woman for inflicting grievous injuries on 5-year-old stepdaughter. Bauchi Assembly confirms 8 new commissioner nominees. Undume, Borno government offer free eye treatment surgery to 1,000 residents. Insecurity. NAF flew over 15 hours, over 8,000 missions in 18 months. That's according to the Chief of Army Staff. And that's it on Leadership.
And now let's move on to what the Daily Trust is saying on the front page. Tinubu calls for increased currency swap between China, Nigeria. Mozambique clashes as crowds welcome opposition leader home from exile. Tinubu to military, take fight to terrorists. Tinubu in closed-door meeting with China's Foreign Affairs Minister. Insecurity, China offers 1 billion yen grant to Africa. Your policies not working, Bauchi governor tells Tinubu. Nigeria to UN probe Boko Haram's funding and training. Bandits influx. Afenifera security experts demand Southwest governor's action. Bandits kill 2 villagers in Kaduna. Will improve framework on borrowing by government and cooperatives, according to SEC. 1,000 Benue households displaced in 1 week, says Alia. Nigeria's FX reserves surge by $591.78 million 1 month after Eurobond auction. Kano governor to Ganduje, you can't intimidate us in 2027. No regrets coaching Baru FC, says Salisu Yusuf. We complied with extant laws in appointment of VC, says Uni Abuja Council. Kaduna government enrolled 10,000 Almajiri into formal education in 1 year, says Commissioner. Poultry farmers explore options as cost of feed rises. And finally, on the Daily Trust, malnutrition, epidemics, malaria vaccination shaped Nigeria's health sector in 2024. These and many more you'd find on the Daily Trust newspapers this morning.
Time to move on now to what the Vanguard is saying. It's got this headline: Insecurity. Nigerians lose loved ones, shed tears, now live in fear. Tinubu orders probe into soldiers killing in army base attack. Jagba, Nigerians face massive Schengen visa rejection, according to report. Mass abductions. Southeast tops ransom payments, accounts for 40% nationwide. Court order. Okiro withdraws from Ohaneze Indibo election. 2 policemen, firewood scavengers, killed by Boko Haram in Borno. Climate change. Group calls for urgent government actions to protect schools in flood-prone areas. Cross River Commissioner Robert Ewa dies after attending EXCO meeting. APC governors can't do anything about El Rufai's ministerial nomination ordeal. Governor Sule. Afenifere asks Southwest governors to take action against bandits' influx. Building mansion in village as a man is waste of money. Canada-based Dr. Zoe. And that's a good place to leave it on the Vanguard.
Moving on now to the Punch newspapers on the front page. FG services debt with 47% budget vote. Nigeria-China plan collaboration on military training, arms production. Shomolu signs 3.36 trillion naira 2025 budget. Power stagnates at 4,500 megawatts despite $3.23 billion loans. Senate grills finance minister over subsidy savings, debt servicing. Defected reps evading court papers, LP laments. Suspected cultists shoot Ogunbaba to death. 3 killed in Bayelsa community called clash. I am glad I was impeached as Oyo deputy governor, says Olanio. RG Kalu hosts ex-appointees, 6 unity beyond politics. Threat to life, Atiku, LP, carpet Tinubu, APC, lampoons Obi. Speaker calls for unity as Cross River Assembly resumes legislative duties. And that's a good place to leave it on the Punch newspapers this morning.
Our final stop is The Guardian. It's got this headline: Pediatric nutrition, health concerns over affordability, safety, quality of infant meals. Senate erupts as Edun 6 executive session on fuel subsidy proceeds. Budget falls. 2025 budget demands breakdown of TET fund, NJC allocations. Court summons Minister AGF over expert rate levy implementation. Boundary. Federal government sues for peace as Abia, Cross River renew hostilities. NBS to unveil rebased GDP this month takes 2019 as base year. Insecurity. Afenifere alerts Southwest governors as experts tackle federal government on terrorism funding. Lagos lowers FAC expectations, targets 2.3 trillion naira IGR. Northern governors or groups seek reopening of land borders. And that's it on The Guardian. Time to get to your reactions. Right now, we are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. When you call in, please move away from your device. Go straight to giving your thoughts. You would have 60 seconds to do that. Well, we'll start with the live feed first and take some of your comments.
On Facebook, Maxine Friday Olatu Bosun is watching us. Good morning. Onyema Alexander is watching us live from Udi in Enugu State. Good morning to you as well. Ode John, good morning. Thank you for joining us live. This here says, may God heal our land. Happy New Year to you both. And that's from Evans Mega, currently in Cross River. All right, and this is from Dr. Mrs. Mma Olebara from Owerri, who says, Nigerians now wake up in fear and uncertainty without a promising future. Why all these taxations and increments? What does this government intend to achieve? Have they come to kill and destroy? Why punishing the masses like this? Do something new in our lives, we pray, is what she says. Comrade Aliyu Musa Kasim says, good morning. I want to react to the tax reform bill. Mr. President should listen to the voices of the masses by withdrawing it from the National Assembly for the interest of the average Nigerian. And Okwandu Obina says it is very correct from the tables of the Bauchi State Governor. The policies of the presidents are not working. Instead, they're choking Nigerians. The most surprising thing is that the president and his administration are busy telling Nigerians that the policies are yielding results. The president should please not be economical with the truth, as that is very bad, is what Okwandu Obina says.
All right, let's go straight to the phone line. 0700 951 0000 08095 97 4869. And on WhatsApp, you can call this number, send a WhatsApp message to 08099 930137. Good morning.
Good morning, Itodo and the angelic Gabrielle. How are you doing?
Good morning. Well.
My name is Abakar, calling you from Gwagwalada. Two comparisons: the last election in Ghana and what is transpiring currently in Mozambique. We see how electoral empire carry out a free and fair election in Ghana. There is peace, there is stability, everything goes smoothly. But in Mozambique, there was a fraudulent election. Now there is instability, chaos. Only yesterday, the opposition leader returned home from abroad, and he has sworn himself. So you can't take people for granted forever. It is not possible. It's either we upgrade our institutions to ensure fairness and justice in Nigeria. If not, Nigeria. Thank you.
All right. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Itodo.
Welcome, sir.
Good morning, Itodo.
Good morning. We can hear you.
Yeah, my name is Al-Afan Katane Dola from Wandaraka local government state. Thank God today is Friday, and I want to take the newspaper that says insecurity. The issue of security is global, and I can assure you, inshallah, everything is going to be over. Anything that is start, we get end. And verify ministerial duty, say, I want to assure you, verify is a benefit of this president, because remember when the former chairman of APC said, Lawal, if I run to meet Buhari said, no, let's go to field and play the ball. Anybody that is score the ball, decide to follow Aswajo Ahmed Bola Tinubu, I don't know why the Chelsea Air is a champion, and I can assure you, inshallah, is going to survive to everything that is divine.
All right.
Thank you very much for now. Bye.
All right. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah, this is Charles speaking.
Go ahead, Charles.
The Bauchi State Governor telling Mr. President that his policy is not working. I am not one of the Mr. President's supporters, but you see this Bauchi governor. Since the announcement of this tax reform, it looks as if they spare his water. He keeps on attacking Mr. President. The same governor was the governor when the former President Buhari was doing all manner of economic policy that was against the country. In fact, as a matter of fact, the mess that the country is into today was caused by Buhari policy, not Tinubu. And we must tell ourselves the truth. But all of them kept quiet because he's the tribal man. Now they have woken up. That's one thing. The military killing and the Mr. President. Few months ago, so many people, chief of Okoma community in Delta State, died in military detention because there was an attack on soldiers. Since 1 week, there has been a terrible attack in Damboa. I have been expecting military to raid the whole community and try to arrest everybody because it was disastrous. But nothing is being done. And Kama has a way of paying people back. When there is injustice in a country, let's see how we can move forward.
All right, Charles. Good morning. Are you there?
Hi, the boys. Good morning.
Welcome. Good morning.
Thank God it's Friday. How are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Mrs. Summers are calling you live.
Welcome.
The voice.
Yes, please.
I grew up with this adage that when people praise you, be happy, but don't be too excited. When people criticize you, listen to the criticism. Do not be angry and feel they don't love you. Now, some few Islamic leaders went to visit Bauchi State governor and they told him, you have issues with the president or presidency. He said, yes. The issue he's having with them is, one, his policies are not working. He stated that, Mr. President, I come in peace. Our people are suffering. There's malnutrition and other. That Mr. President should review his policies. What Bauchi State governor say, is it true or false? Sometimes, if I have issue with, for instance, Abubakar PW, don't say because you love Mommy Z, you will be supporting me. A friend is that person that will tell his brother the truth, not the one that will say, because it's my brother, make it they do now. The Buhari they are talking for now, people that are riding up that wheelbarrow, they have the pictures of Buhari. I want to give us assignment. Go around and see whether you see any Okada with the picture of Buhari. Does it mean they love him for not talking to him? The person that is telling Tinubu that his policies are not working, to be fair, is the person that loves the president. I'm now asking us the questions. Are these policies working? Even the president say, give it time. It's like a woman that is pregnant, she will give birth. He knows that they are not working. Nigerians are suffering. You talk about malnutrition and other things. Do you think malnutrition is just the few people in IDP? Some of us don't eat healthy food. And that is why our hospitals, they always they're full. And when these hospitals full, how many doctors are attending to patients? And somebody will come and say it's because of tax reform that Bauchi State government is telling the president the truth.
All right.
It is not correct. And I want the president to listen and do something because something is doing us. Thank you very much.
Thank
Have
you.
Have a beautiful Friday. Good morning.
Have a good Friday as well. Good morning. The device is on. Move away from me so we can hear you clearly.
Sorry, God bless your effort.
God bless you.
Okay, Itodo.
What is your name, sir?
Mr. Pius called from my camera.
Welcome, Pius. Go ahead.
The president policy are complaining that it's not working. Since almost 3 days now, I am very, very sad over my president policy. I don't have food in my house. Somebody borrowed me 20,000 naira and transferred it to my account, and they removed close to 1,000 naira from it.
Were you owing the bank?
Are you hearing me?
I'm listening to you. Were you owing the bank any money?
I said, I borrowed, somebody loaned me 20,000 naira for feeding and transferred it to my account. And then they removed 1,000 naira, almost 1,000 naira from it. I've been very, very sad for almost 3 days now.
Who removed over 1,000 naira? Is it the bank?
I've been very, very sad. I am not happy.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing.
I was asking, who removed the one over 1,000 naira? Was it the bank?
So they say transfers fees are being transferred with
Transfer levy. So you were not owing the bank
the
prior.
The money that somebody loaned me, and they remove the tax. This and so I don't understand. I'm very sad. I'm very, very sad about all this policy. It is not the budget state governor is telling the president the truth. And then I think there's something you read from the Senate that the Senate rose in disagreement with the finance minister, maybe trying to shield the president of the subsidy savings. Why is the finance minister doing that? Why does he want to come up open and tell them what the situation is?
All right.
Do you understand?
Yes,
Please,
Mr. Pius.
I'm very, very sad about about this government policy.
All right.
They are not helping matters. The money borrowed and they're removing cash from it. Is that proper?
All right.
All right, Mr. Pius, thank you for sharing your thoughts. Now, the concern about that, it's the charge is usually 15 naira.
That's just what I was going to say.
Yeah,
So,
and
I mean, I've never heard of where a transfer levy is over 1,000 naira. And he's not supposed to be the one who's debited, but the person who's currently.
No, he's going to be the one. Yes, he's going to be the one to bear
the recipient.
Yeah, the recipient.
Well, it can't be over 1,000 naira.
15 naira usually, regardless of the amount. If you get
So maybe he needs to go to the bank and get it checked. I was going to mention that, but you know.
You can also look at the description of
Maybe
the
it wasn't the
deduction.
transfer levy. Yeah.
So you can understand what exactly is the reason for that high amount of deduction from the fund which you received. But you're going to have to pay back the loan, in the amount that the person gave to you. So I hope that you're able to sort that out when it's time. But let's get to more of your messages. It's 6:53 right here at 7 o'clock. It'll be time for the news. And in less than 2 minutes, we'll take a breather for the break.
All right, Christian Johnson says, good morning, the Morning Crossfire, University of Abuja VC, met federal character principles, no need for the protest by those protesting. Emmanuel Ochidi says, thanks to the Bauchi State Governor for telling Tinubu the truth. All his policies are anti-people policies. It will not work. He sent, Emmanuel Ochidi sent that in. And this one here says, Kaduna government has done well for enrolling the Marjories into school. I think this is a wake-up call to other leaders where there are Marjories. Education is light, and that's from Amaka Rose from Galadimawa. And Mwazu John Lasisi from Jigabwari, Abuja says, security is everyone's business. Southwest and Fenifera should be up and doing. Abdullahi Dan Magaji is watching live from Bida in Niger State. Good morning. To you. Good morning as well to you, Benedict Mamvong, also watching live on Facebook from Newi. A final comment here. Danjuma Eagle says the government should do something very urgent to save the lives of the people from insecurity and starvation in the land. Maybe we'll squeeze this one in from Oludade Abiodun, who says it's quite lucid that some big men are behind human trafficking. For those who call in for lawlessness in Nigeria, they are the enemies of Nigeria.
And shout out to everyone who's watching on the YouTube platform right now. Shegun Akinola, Fabian Wokocha, and Ashir Abbas, thank you as well for your comments. So go on a quick breather. When we come back, we'll get more of your reactions. We'll go to Facebook as well as on WhatsApp to take the rest of your comments and take a few calls and wrap things up and go on to the lead at 7:30. To all to stay tuned and stay hydrated.
News and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria